Golf has helped me reach my potential. The moment I touched the golf club, I knew it was something I really wanted to do.
Ricky Fowler, of course, came from the area, so being top in the valley is kind of a big deal.
I saw Ricky at 4 years old, that was poised, and then I see Kendel out there. You could just tell from the other kids how much more polished that he was when he first came out.
Kendel was our Southwestern League champion last year, beat everybody in the valley, so doing that as a sophomore, as an underclassman, is rare.
Kendel was 20 months old. My husband noticed a bump on his lower left leg. I, as a mom, said, oh, it's just him being a boy. And my husband said, no, honey, there's something there. We should take him to the doctor. We went through the surgery, Kendel came out, everything was fine, and life was, as we knew it. The surgeon called to check on Kendel. He got really quiet and he said, well, Mom, I don't know how to tell you this, but we got the pathology back and it's cancer. And he was on the other line crying.
At 20 months, Kendel was diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma.
His cancer was a rare one. At the time, about 250 children were diagnosed each year.
To get that news that your son has cancer, it took me on a roller coaster.
When I hear that my baby has cancer, I hear in the back of my mind, it can't be true. He's gonna beat it. I honestly believe that.
At the age of 4, that's when he first started. We put him in the local YMCA.
Basketball, my first love.
Just completely dominated that league.
Played basketball, passion for it, dribbled everywhere. I definitely had a little game.
Kendel was awesome. He was phenomenal.
We got the news from the doctor that his heart had been damaged, likely from the chemotherapy treatments that he had received.
Days after his 9th birthday, Kendel was diagnosed with cardiomyopathy.
We went to his cardiologist, got the results of his echocardiogram, and they were not good.
The doctor told us that basically anything strenuous, he cannot do.
We asked him what that meant, and he said he just needs to sit, not even walk for long periods.
It took me a good 15 seconds to where I was like, is this true? I mean, what are you saying? Like, I really can't play basketball.
It was the first time that I felt like Kendel understood that he was sick.
If you don't play basketball, you won't need medication until later on, 60s and later. Other than that, it won't affect you too much if you follow protocol. But if you don't, you're risking your life.
Devastating. Kendel literally cried for like 2 to 3 weeks. And when you get a kid with as much drive and ambition as him, what do you do with this phenomenal athlete?
The Hodges needed to find an outlet for their son. They took Kendel to a golf clinic run by PGA professional Steve Adamiak. The connection was immediate.
He has not stopped loving golf since.
Something kind of clicked, and I was like, I really like this. Something about this game is different.
You could see right away, just when he started to hit some balls, he took to it.
And what we just loved was Kendel's passion, and we just continue to feed it.
He had some really good natural ability that was real obvious from the start. And, right away, the hand-eye coordination was there.
Steve is just an amazing person.
All right, let's just try it on. Let's just check it out. Check it out, Steve. You can't even.
He has found a way to touch my son.
That is just too much swag for you.
In a way that others have not been able to.
Dude, I like this one, Steve. This one's all me. I gotta fix the bill up, though. We can work that one. Steve's much more than not just a swing coach. He's a golf coach. He's a life coach. All right, where is this aligned at?
His level of patience has been wonderful. His commitment to our son has been wonderful.
Steve, he really gets me. We have a connection that he knows how my mind works.
But if you take just a touch off, right there with that, I like that play.
All right.
Yeah.
And he knows how to put it in a way that I can really understand.
To me, it goes so far beyond just giving knowledge about the golf swing. I mean, you really treasure those people that you get a chance to really work with and form relationships with is the thing I love the most. And Kendel and his family are right at the top of the list. I think if you play this like in your mind with that slated slope like 75,
Yeah.
I think is a good number. Just try to trust that. One of the tough things that all of us know about this game is the ups and downs. When you're struggling, to be able to just get over that last shot. And Kendel missing a putt from 4 feet or hitting a bad iron shot or a poor drive, it takes on a little bit different feeling to it, you know, because of what he's gone through. And he realizes that, you know, it's not the end of the world.
People ask you, like, what's that scar from? And it's like from cancer, and you just little things like that, you never forget it.
You know, I'm sure that once you go through a life and death situation, realize the importance of health, that getting a double bogey on a par 3 might not be the end of the world.
If I can beat that, I really can push through and do anything. And so it just gives me that little extra push.
I don't think he ever wants to really see it as a problem or something that, you know, gives him an excuse. I think it's just something that, you know, he knows the cards he's been dealt with, and he's never going to let it hold him back.
You know, he's had a long life already with some of the things that he's had to go through, you know, in his life, and be able to face up to those things and turn out the way he has is incredible.
To see him grow and flourish and become this wonderful young man who has found his thing, his niche, I feel so blessed.
They came to that Saturday class, you know, not knowing what to expect. And now here we are a lot of years later, and to see what he's turning into, it's just fantastic, and it's what I live for every day.
And I think it would have affected him academically, you know, mentally. I don't know how he would have survived without golf.
His initial prognosis was he had a 25% chance of survival.
I mean, I wake up and sometimes I'm just like, wow, it's great to be here another day, when there was a time where I didn't know if I was going to see that next day. I really don't know where I'd be without golf right now. It's saved my life.